Welcome to SHP Cold Call Reactions. Today we have a very special guest, Danielle Norris, and I'm Ryan Paris, helping our team, our audience, and anyone else listening with understanding how the cold call works from 0 to 1 by reacting to it. So we have a caller today that we have not heard of yet or heard from yet, and so we're going to listen to this call. This is the first time we've listened to it, and we're going to see how it goes.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'll do the honors of pressing the space bar.
Welcome to reach the store, press 1. To hear our location and hours of operation, press 2.
All right, so we have a phone tree. Looks like there was a button pressed.
Hi, I was trying to reach Rod, the owner, or a general manager, if they were available.
This is the owner.
Hi, my name is Kirsten. I'm calling with Next.
Okay, so first of all, starting out, I do like how she said, is the person's name available or the owner? So that's a strategy that we talk about to give yourself the most chance of success in finding the right person, because if you do just ask for the person and they are not the right person, you kind of put yourself in a hole. And the reason is because that person might not be there anymore, right? So if you kind of put yourself out there that this might be the right person or somebody else, they usually have a little bit more empathy for it and will put you to the right person. Fortunately, in this case, I think the owner is answering, or Rob answered, so got lucky there.
We offer a line. Yeah, we have a line of the newest Delta 8 and other psychotropic hemp-based products.
Whoa.
Do you guys currently have any Delta 8, HNHC, or THCO products?
Yes, we have all kinds of THCO, Delta 8, and HHC.
Does this sound like an illegal call? Like, I just feel like...
It really does.
I feel like us being in Pennsylvania, this is all things that you would, if it was like 30 years ago, this would be like some kind of like cops call.
Yeah, I agree. If it was, it's not recreational, right?
It is recreational in some states, and they're calling it in
Jersey.
states where it is recreational. It's just very not recreational here yet.
Right.
So, anyway, that has nothing to do with how well Kirsten's doing.
Okay, great. So what sets us apart a little bit is that we have a line of the sublingual under-the-tongue sprays available.
Okay.
So our sprays are the most effective delivery method on the market, considering the nerves that are located under the tongue. Each spray is an exact 5.5 milligrams. And there are no... do you guys currently have any of the sublingual sprays?
Wow.
Norris, give me your reaction on that quick prop.
It definitely grabs attention. And if you're working in this industry, obviously that's going to be a major question that you want to find out. So you have to ask it. I think the way that she went about asking it in the script is really well. I don't think there's really a way that you can ask that differently.
Yeah. I thought she said the first line pretty well. I thought she delivered it very confidently.
Exactly.
And didn't pause at the wrong times. She actually paused at the right times. Mm-hmm. If you heard, she kind of paused halfway through to let him kind of react and got a listening noise out, actually, which allowed her to kind of get the check-in that he was still on board with the conversation.
Right.
And then continued. So now we're at the hone-in question, which is, do you currently have any of those sublingual sprays? So,
Let's
you ready to see what happens?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
No, I do not.
Okay. Would you mind if we send some information over to you through email?
Yes, the email is lowercase r.
At Gmail.
at
Good.
gmail.com.
And to spell that back, that was RB.
Always good to make sure the email address
at
is correct.
gmail.com.
No. It's
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice call, Norris. So that is something that we really do focus on here, are the details. We've been in this game long enough to know that you can easily get email addresses wrong if you don't double check or even triple check on them. So that's exactly what she's doing. She read that right back and she had gotten it wrong, so he's correcting her. And that's so crucial in a cold calling, because if you send out an email calendar invite to a wrong email many times, that person will not show up because they never got the invite. So
Sad, yeah.
yeah. a really good quality check on Kirsten. And also, on that, I'm curious as to what the remainder of the conversation will be. A lot of the value is in the beginning, so, and I don't know, we have our consultative script and we also have our no bull script, and it sounds kind of a combination of the two so far. So we'll see what the rest of the conversation unfolds like.
Awesome.
At gmail.com.
All right, great. Thank you.
Maybe.
And after you receive that email, one of our principals would like to give you a call to see if you had any questions regarding the information about the sprays or anything else.
Well, would it be possible for you to send me a couple samples to the shop so we can try it out?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that would be what one of the principals would give you the call and discuss.
Okay.
What day and time are you best available? It could be this week or next week, whenever you're more free.
I would say the best time would probably be, what time do y'all leave the office?
We have till 5:30 in the afternoon.
5:30? Okay, I'd say give me a call somewhere around 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It usually slows down in here around 4:30.
okay. What day? Any
out.
day?
Working it out.
This
Today
week or
or
next
tomorrow
week?
would be best.
Okay. I could
Today or
do
tomorrow?
tomorrow at 5:30.
Sounds good.
Solid.
All right, great. So we'll send that in.
Okay, so I guess that's the end of that.
Yeah, so there's a few things she did at the end. She didn't really continue on with the conversation at the end because she knew that she wanted to get the appointment set, so she went straight into what time works best for you. But I do think that she probably could have decreased the tension and made it a little easier when setting an appointment. Obviously, you want to get the prospect on their best day and their best time, but just maybe offering a few days or something could have decrease the time they spend trying to figure out the date of the appointment.
I 100% agree. I think that if she were to offer a couple times, it's easier for them to say no to that than actually have to go and open up their calendar and look. Now, the only benefit to something like that is, if you make it too easy and too smooth, then there's nothing attaching them to that appointment. So if he's looking at his calendar, what that's doing is it's kind of creating this relationship where he's accountable because he's giving her the time. So I do see the benefit in that, but a lot of times you can lose appointments that way because it might be too much for them because you caught them out of nowhere and they can end up saying, you know what, just send me the information.
I'm just too busy.
I'm too busy, I'll reach out to you. And if you try to double back on that, well, how about this time, how about this time? They might actually just say, you know what, that's all right, no worries, right? But in this case, it sounded like he was curious because he did want some information, so maybe that made it a little bit easier to ask that question, which might mean that he'll show up.
Who doesn't want a sample?
Who doesn't want a sample? I'm curious why she didn't go with today. Maybe it's too tough based on the schedule for the salesperson that we'd set up with.
Okay. Makes
So,
sense.
Overall, good call. It sounds like we had more of the no bull script framework in this one versus the consultative. So the consultative is usually building a little bit more value, having more of a conversation before asking for the appointment, where the no bull script is usually more value in the beginning and a quick ask, and a lot of times works best with folks who are busy, right? So I don't know, what do you think? Do you think this person was busy enough to warrant a no bull script, or do you think it should have been more consultative?
I don't know. I think personally it probably should have been a little bit more consultative. It seemed like he might have had more to say, but since we went straight into booking the appointment, we maybe didn't find out all of the information that we could have, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure what information really needed to be found out.
Yeah, and it sounded like the sample was the big hook anyway.
Exactly.
And she did do a great job of describing the product early on and delivering a little bit of value of why it's different.
Definitely.
And that's something that we always ask of our team is to list in our notes the type of value that was added. So she can certainly do that because I think that's kind of what caught his attention anyway.
Right.
So
Makes sense.
overall, good job, Kirsten. Keep it up, and we'll see you next time on Cold Call Reactions.